It's time for the July 2023 Let's Get On the Channel update. This month featured more Final Liberation until I finished that series. Overall, an enjoyable experience. I'm glad I did it, and I'm glad it's done. We also had a sojourn into Bone Razor Minions. Local necromancer did some necromancy. I did some more of that. My off time. It's a pretty alright game. Had a little bit more This Means Warp with my friends. And at the end of the month, I shared a System Shock 2 playthrough using Psi powers and the wrench only. But not doing like Psi wrench melee. Just having the wrench be a primary component, because I can't just Psi power everything until I can Psi power everything. With viewer-voted OS upgrades. And that's the extent of what I accomplished this month. Some good action. Decompressing from Final Liberation, and looking to embark on another locally recorded adventure next month. There's not much left in the ancient, venerable, desiccated, rewarding the rewarders opportunity list. Now that Final Liberation is off the books, my next target to start in the middle of August is going to be Capitalism Lab. Once upon a time, I thought it was going to be Capitalism 2. No. I've ended up purchasing both over the years. Gotta be Capitalism Lab. And we'll see where the road goes with that. Final Liberation, though, was the longest remaining request. We could actually see the completion of this sometime before the year 2030. It's a time to be alive. Among all times to be alive, this is what I would consider to be a time to be alive. Of course, my plan to start Capitalism Lab in the middle of August could spontaneously combust for innumerable reasons. It certainly would not be the first project that combusted on me. Startopia is an example of that, but I digress. That's what I expect to be doing here for Let's Get On With It next month. What should you expect? Nothing. So long as you remember that my word means nothing, and you should have, so long as you remember that, you'll be good. Livestream-wise, I have dipped my feet back into Daggerfall. No conducts, no challenges, just a man in his transparent windows and wanting to explore Daggerfall Unity 15.3. I was going to play Daggerfall Classic on my own. Figured, what the hell, I'd broadcast it. I don't know if that run's going to make it to YouTube. By the very nature of, I have pushed a lot of Daggerfall to YouTube, and I don't know about this, as there's no, like, specific conduct. There is an exploration of 15.3, though, and the predefined sorcerer class, and with the changes made in Daggerfall Unity, there are some spell crimes I have been conducting, which has not been an opportunity before. And that could be worth it. I will say, though, last night that I did come up with an idea that does make me excited to do a Daggerfall conduct challenge run again, which is unfortunate, as I thought this would be the only time I'd play Daggerfall this year. But what do you know? My favorite computer role-playing game, a game I love even though it is not a good video game, has suckered me in again with an idea. We'll see if it actually translates to anything. Yeah, the System Shock 2 stuff got done not long ago, and that's already been pushed. The Daggerfall stuff has just been a relatively recent venture that hasn't been highlighted yet, though I certainly do intend to do so, and we'll see whether that ends up making it to YouTube. There hasn't been anything else. Might and Magic Merge is waiting here on Twitch still, because I'm not going to upload that to YouTube unless I actually go back and finish the fucker. Or give a definitive, this is why I'm not finishing it stream. It hasn't been offensive, it's just, with the time I've had, I spent it doing other things. Here we are. It's been for the best. My Magic Merge ain't going anywhere. Yeah, that's a good covering of at least what happened over the past month, and what to expect moving forward. As far as, videos and live broadcasts are concerned, what else do I want to cover? This past month, Zerfall's 10th annual charity broadcast to slay multiple sclerosis, as well as aid those who are living with it and their families who are living with people who have MS, went off. It did fairly well. Milestones were met. Zerfall had to dispatch his beard. It's a great tragedy. We had great fun with that. Doubtlessly, he will highlight and transfer that stuff over to YouTube. Let me actually see whether he has done so on his Twitch, whether he's highlighted it. Videos, highlights. He highlighted the bit about shaving his beard to raise money, but there haven't been any broader highlights yet. This certainly wouldn't be the first time, though, that one of these MS charity streams went vanishing into the ether. So if you're interested in folks like Lethal Feline, Mysterious JG, Zerfall, Ald Dragon, Sambobo the Vulture, if you're interested in all of us playing video games together in some form or capacity, check that out, perhaps while you still can. King of the Castle, 100 World Story, King of Chicago there at the end, after 100 World Story. Okay, so what is that? I was involved with that. I also want to make mention of a project I was involved in earlier this year, involving role-playing. As that has been a feature before on my YouTube channel, I get asked about it every now and then, and there just haven't been any projects that I am looking to record. Well, back in October of last year, I got invited to do a paid guest appearance in an ongoing Rise of the Runelords campaign that a viewer and broadcaster, Vika the Void, streams their sessions, but then the GM sends the work to get professionally edited with like music in the background and some sound hitches, like all that other stuff, and then it gets uploaded in podcast format. You can listen embedded on this webpage, and also through various other audio listening means. I participated in 3 sessions with this group, and a bonus session after the fact. Those 3 main sessions, though, have been uploaded and made available to listen to. I am guest starring as Azavin, a powerful lich necromancer within Runeforge. And if you are familiar with Rise of the Runelords, you'll have a grasp of who that is. But if you don't, we'll say a wizard of considerable skill and power who's been isolated for an extremely long time. So yeah, episodes 17, 18, and 19, with a bonus episode sometime after explaining my motivations coming into the game, as well as how I felt about my time with the group, as I had not roleplayed with any of them before, except for Vika the Void. I will link this website in the video description. You know, because I always fill the video description with goodies. So yeah, there's that. Other bits, discord.gg/Grimith, put into a web browser. Address bar can take you to a Discord server that I have had public for several years, where you can get, say, notifications on when I'm live streaming, because I don't push YouTube videos for that, and I stopped doing that years ago. You can also get little bits about when certain things might be upcoming, or other announcements that are peripheral to Let's Get On With It. It's not like a really active and happening place, because I don't really want it to be an active and happening place. It's just a news location. I've had a link to social media disparagement on my channel for quite a few years, and I did make strong and good use out of this once upon a time when I had started using Beam, which got rebranded to Mixer, which I swapped off of using, which eventually became defunct. My NDA stuff has worn off at this point. My 5-year time constraint window is out. Like, I could say whatever. Damn it. I know what I signed. Anyway, that's immaterial. What's more material is that, you know, since then I haven't, like, made much use of this. Like, this was, like, genuinely useful for me at that time. And it really hasn't been. And there's been a lot of changes with it over the past year, and it's getting rebranded, and I'm going to go ahead and remove that as an available link for you to access me. There's not going to be any replacement for it in the foreseeable future. Other platforms do exist or are rising. I just don't have like a need for that kind of outlet. But I just thought I would provide a managerial update on that front. Okay. Covered this month's projects, what's going to be happening next month, how you could possibly get in touch with me or learn things pertaining to Let's Get On With It. The MS Society of Canada charity broadcast, the Rise of the Rune Lords work with Wayward Expeditions. If you wish to hear me roleplay, if you've been craving that kind of content, that action in a group with which I'd never roleplayed before, I think that's good. I think we covered it. We can get on with the corporate Grimith aspect of this, a Patreon update video insult, where I will read your possibly mispronounced name and insult you for what you have done, or so I pretend in truth it is actually a shout-out. This past month we've had Applejack, Zachary McKinley, Vic is a Bad Shot, Tiny Shopkeeper, Mog, Nick King, Kalen, Necro Lotu, Chris Van Beers, Pork and Beans, Ab Horson, Cast Iron Dude, Pewtero, Nexus Nemesis, Luke Butkus, Magenta Wolf, Zier, Shaman, Who, Arthresh, Green Doom Guy, Maxwell Damish, Trash Panda 420, Otaku Shout, Alexi Zalo, Zoran, Eric Adams, Eroding Sun, Azor Rain, Brandon Schneider, RM Lightning, Alowin, The Drow Lover, Mojo Priest, Tangled String, and Dark Blue One. Those are the folks in the update video insult category, or the Kitschy Trinket postcard category. There are a few contributors who are providing enough to meet the threshold, but have chosen to say, hey, bud, I don't fucking want your acclaim. I'm like, okay, fine. You don't have to be a part of a tier. Yeah, I give a fucking acclaim. Whatever. It's like some folks who are like, I'm in the postcard tier. I don't want your fucking postcard. Like, okay. You set your money on fire however you fucking want, okay? I'm not even really an enabler here, just so much as the options are available. Don't buy yourself an ice cream cone or whatever. What the fuck do I know? Fools. As for me, I found the individual who cursed my weight fluctuation that I mentioned in the last update video. My weight evaporation, we'll call it. It's come back. So I'm on a roller coaster there. Woo! Exciting. Bodily things happen. More distressing is that my older dog is in renal failure. Spent a good chunk of time at a veterinary hospital at the end of this month. Thought I'd be euthanizing her one day last week. She is still alive. And visits and blood work and treatment are in her future, along with other things, for the rest of her life. I have the joy of injecting her with sub-Q fluids and squeezing the bag. It's deeply thrilling. And that's all I'm going to say about that topic. That's where I'm occupied when I'm not sitting here fucking reading your comments and playing a video game. Have there been any other games I have played of late? I've dabbled in some. I recently finished a Realms of Chaos campaign in Total War Warhammer 3. Did that co-op with a friend. Has not been recorded. I don't anticipate recording any of that. In the future, Total War Warhammer 3 has been fun, and we intend to embark on another campaign. We enjoyed our time with Realms of Chaos. Been playing Streets of Rage 4. I've participated with my friend Death Evan and some things pertaining to Streets of Rage 4. I think I've uploaded a video or two pertaining to it at some point in time. That sounds like a thing. I know there's some on his channel, at least. Maybe I'll record something pertaining to Streets of Rage 4 by myself, though. I'm pretty alright at the game. A lot of fun with Blaze. That about does it, though, for things I have been doing and playing that are worth mentioning. So yeah, guess I'm out of here. I think all of that captured all right. I think my voice came through okay. I'm pretty under the weather right now, and I'm not just talking about all of the thunderstorms that cut my internet connection. So I'm gonna end this. I'm gonna upload this. I'm gonna get the fuck out of this chair. Take care, everyone. Smooshies, hugs and kisses. We'll talk later, maybe? I'll talk at you. You'll sit there lurking, nodding quietly as you somehow try to reconcile your feelings with my voice. You'll figure it out, I'm sure. You've got time. Bye-bye.